Yeah. What's really happening, man? Y'all already know who it is, man. This your boy OG Gigavelli, the host of the fastest growing podcast in Miami-Dade County and all of Florida. Thanks to y'all for subscribing, liking, and comment. Y'all keep doing what y'all doing, and I'm gonna keep delivering y'all these hot-ass interviews, man, with these legends out of Miami and all of South Florida, right? And I'm gonna be bringing y'all know I done added to the list, the talented young kids, man. We can't leave them out. They our future, so I'm gonna be highlighting the kids too, right? But listen, man, if you got a business and you wanted your business highlighted and you feel like it's great and you ain't getting enough exposure, make sure you tap in with the OG and let's get you on here, right? Y'all see what it is, man. I got the merch in the building. If y'all want to support some more, make sure y'all inbox about the shirts and the books. But without that being said, let me go ahead on and bring in tonight's guest, right? I got for y'all, man, and I got to read because he got so much going on, right? I'm talking about that boy Monzsta, right? This boy here, man, he been in the rap scene for a long time, man. He's part of the new Love and Hip Hop crew, right? And he also been part of groups like the Polo Dynasty and First 48. But they ain't always stop it with this man here, right? Y'all know, man, he got a lot more music and a lot more, you know what I mean, stuff to bring to the table. That's why we got him on today, man. I got Monzsta in the building, straight out of Scott Projects, man.
Yes,
What's they doing?
What's up, boy? First of all, let me thank you for that introduction, dog.
Right.
That was grand. That was some royal stuff.
I had to read it off the paper, man. You got so much going on, man. You got so much going on. What all this is?
Yeah, I got, this, hey, listen, this the heavy that HD apparel, HD3 apparel that we got coming out. We've been in the game for a minute with that, but y'all finna see this flood the streets in a minute. So remember that, heavy that. HD3 apparel, y'all remember that, you know what I'm saying? So that's that right there. So I gotta show some love to fam. Y'all go get this book right here.
Oh, that's Trina's new book.
Trina's new book, the baddest, you know what I'm
baddest,
saying?
man. Shout out to the princess,
Shout out to the princess and her husband, sold out across bookstores in America, Barnes & Noble, all that.
Facts,
you know what I'm saying? Came from out of Liberty City, fam. Y'all support that, appreciate that.
Man, listen, man, thanks for coming on, and gracing the platform, man, you know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it, yeah.
Hey, man, what's going on? How long you been growing your wigs, man? I see you got the beard game. Tell us about that first and foremost.
We started off with the culture, man, back in 93, 92, growing up in the city and all that. So our culture, we started with day laws back then.
Facts,
we was with P-Man Sam Silverstein, another monument, a landmark of Dade County. So he got all us together out of the project, made the Polo Boys. We came out with Twist My Day Laws.
Facts.
That was about dreadlocks. It's in 93. We young, 14, 15, and I ain't stopped from there. So it's a lot of us that kept it going.
So it's in the roots. It's in the roots. Literally
Matter
in the
of fact,
roots.
now this ain't this right here, I ain't in no battle. This ain't no trend. I don't go get them retwisted. I ain't no soap opera dread. This all freeform, Wicks.
Right,
We the ones started all that in America. Wicks. I did this over here. I got, you know what I'm saying, way over there.
Okay.
So that's how
that's a lot of dedication,
hey,
a lot of
dedication, defeating temptation. Shout out to all the Wick guards out there, man.
For sure, man. That's something that Miami always brought to the table, man.
Yeah.
It's different. It's a difference between dreads and wicks. We gonna talk about that another time, right? But man, let's get down to some of the stuff. I had to do my homework on you, man.
Yeah.
Like you said, you've been doing this stuff. You've been doing this, been rapping and being in the culture since '93, right?
Yes, sir.
But take us back a little further, right? I know you mentioned Trina being your sister. Take us back to your family household a little bit, man. How it was growing up in Liberty City.
Well, it was always unique growing up in Liberty City, man. They think it's all crime, violence, guns, drugs, and sex, and which that's true. But you got a lot of talented people that done came up out of the area we come from. Scott Project, Overtime, Brown Sub, Cass City, like a lot of that.
Right.
So on our section, where I come from, I growed up, it was like I said, it was real rough, but we kind of we knew back then who the talented ones was, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
we had a lot of foresight as far as who we wanted to be and what we wanted to do. So the rap game was kind of in its infant stages around that time. So our influence, our Ice Cube was JT Money. So I growed up on JT Money, Jeff Thompson.
Shout out to JT
Shout
Money,
out to
man.
brother, man. He know that salute, heavy that, the God MC. So we growed up on that boy right there.
Right.
You know, being heavily induced with that music and that vibe gave us that culture. That's what.
So when you decided that you was gonna take rap serious and that it was gonna be something that you wanted to do.
Being that we was like, you know what? I ain't gonna lie. I at the beginning, so young, and not seeing the game for what it is today, I ain't take it that serious. I just knew I had talent.
Facts.
And we had a group, and we was opening up for Outkast, Wu-Tang, different things like that. Polo Dynasty with Zoe Prime, Trader Hardaway, G Shorties, and all the old school people. Suicide. I can go on and on. You know what I'm saying?
You name some legends out the city, man. You know
I
what
can keep going on and on
legends.
too. You know, it's a lot. You know, it was a lot of us, and a lot of talented people came out of Miami. By the way, our culture influenced a lot of others. It being back then, and it's still doing that to this day.
So being a part of a group like First 48, right? You still in contact with them guys that was initially a part of the group?
Yeah, one thing about everything we did, that's a family. It's a bond, you know. Benzino, that's my main man. P-Man Sam brought him down here into Miami, you know, and we brought him down here, introduced him to Happy, you know, and all that. Shout out to Zoe Prime once again, and all us, we had a little thing going on.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So basically.
Let me get into my little questionnaire that I got, because I want the people to know exactly how much work you've been putting in. So I want to highlight a few topics out of your career, right? You mentioned, we talked about Polo Dynasty, right? What about the group First 48?
Yeah, First 48, that was First 48 was Polo Dynasty. That was an organic group that came through the hood, freestyling, growing up, boom, boom, you know, doing all that, getting in trouble together. So I'm gonna just start with that fucking First 48.
Well, go ahead.
So with First 48, we had a lot of members, you know. So along the way, in like 2001, we lost our first member, which was Rod Lowe. He got killed in a car accident coming from Trina Party on South Beach. This is in 2001, New Year's Eve. After that, our good brother Lionhead caught colon cancer at a young age. So it raised our awareness of health right then. That's what started us on being a health conscious people, right? Because our brother passed away from colon cancer. After he was shot 9 times, they discovered colon cancer in his stomach.
Damn.
So Lionhead passed away that same year, 2002. And then, we had Motown got gunned down and assassinated in the city over some pettiness, you know what I'm saying? Santino Felucci, another great one, influencer, a creator. And we had survivalists that got deported over there to the Bahamas. G-Dog ended up getting locked up, doing like 10, 15 years. Carnito, which is a big name in Miami because he done made a lot of stuff for Po' Boy back in the day.
Right.
Everybody, y'all know Dwayne well, man. If you don't know him, then you ain't part of that era. But if you know the pioneer and all the history of where we come from, Carnito, it was a big time producer, so he was making a lot of our tracks. We was at EKG Records.
Okay.
We had Piccolo with us. You know, Big Money Ballers came out.
Shout out that boy Pick from town,
matter of fact, sleep in peace to the brother Vito No Shape.
Since you mentioned Vito No Shape, I know you just reached a project on him too. And a lot of different people been shouting out Vito, man. What that project was like?
That was. Let me finish the First 48.
Okay.
Because
go to First 48.
I don't want to feel like I left a stone.
All right.
So First 48.
Because I want to ask you about that name too.
That's right. So First 48. So we was a group. Lil Dale just got out of prison. We had Lil Dale, Carnito was with us too. Ball Greasy started with us. Myself, and you had, I think Deathlock was doing some thing with us, Benzino. And we were making some shit, man, at the Venetian Towers over on 15th Street right there off of Biscayne Boulevard. Historical place, So we made Toro was there, a lot of the old school niggas. Iceberg, shout out to Iceberg, Buster Free and all that. So we were doing our thing over there. Benzino came through. He offered the studio to us, and we did everything else. Benzino the one came up with the name because he was so enamored with how the first 48 down here in Miami. Because the first 48, the show wasn't nationwide at the time. It was only in Miami.
Yeah.
So,
That's another thing. Sadly for the content that it was
so
about,
with
but that's
Benzino,
definitely what it was.
matter of fact, you could say what you want about Benzino. He's a genius, man. This dude came up with the source, and then Hip Hop Weekly magazine. All that came about. But P-Man Sam came up with that name, but all that came about with us in that era, right?
Man, that magazine was crazy
Man,
in the joint,
listen,
man.
so, hey,
that
listen.
magazine was crazy. That was like Hip Hop Weekly
Zeno
was
looked at
gold,
us,
boy.
Zeno looked at us like, man, hold up, I can't let y'all niggas just walk away in. Hold up, I gotta come up with the first 48 because we finna murder these niggas. Okay, blah. So we came up with that. You know what I'm saying? And from there, we started dropping mixtape, blah, this and that there. You know, and in the process of that, as I was doing that, you know, P-Man Sam was like, man, listen, Snoop Monzsta, one Snoop Monzsta, you need to do a solo project, because that's what he envisioned. I see that. You so focused on the streets and hustling and doing what you do. You need to focus, dog. He telling me, look at what everybody else, do what you do. So I went ahead and did a solo project, did a song with Juvenile and a couple of other artists coming up, Young Buck and all that. Me and Rick Ross, you know, we was doing, back then he had What the Lick Read coming, I had What the Lick Read, he had Hustling that was finna come out.
Every Day I'm Hustling
Every
album.
Day I'm Hustling.
What year that was what, 06,
that
05?
right there was 07 or something, 06.
About 06,
like
05, yeah. Cause
Yeah.
I was on the way to the feds, you know what I mean?
And with that being said, so as I'm doing, I did solo, and I'm still doing First 48. So it was a lot. We did a big tour, First 48, man. We did a lot of shit, man. A lot of stuff, man, you know.
Shout out to Benzino, man.
Shout out to
all the
Benzino,
people,
man,
P-Man
you know, and all the
Sam and
people
all the
that were
boys
around,
that
you know,
made
the
you.
lab.
But what happened with the solo project you ended up doing?
So basically with my solo projects, man, I think I was so caught up in, you know, I kind of felt entitled back then. Like, nigga, I know I'm finna hit this shit. Like, I don't see none of these niggas out here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? These niggas ain't got how I'm finna come on this certain type of levels and all that. So I think, you know, at the time, I couldn't see that was looked upon as arrogancy a little bit. But P-Man Sands to put me to the side and pull my coat like, look, hey, listen, you this nigga, but what you need to do is apply your work ethic better. And I think me being focused and caught up, you know, whatever I was doing and family and streets and making that be an excuse, a lot of my solo project got kind of, you know what I'm saying, I guess if I'm the one, I ain't push it and keep it in tune. That's a classic shit, but I ain't keep it in tune like that.
I'm gonna give you an OG moment right here, man. You taking accountability, you know what I mean?
I'm taking full accountability.
You taking accountability.
For all you young artists, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
That's definitely like you
Definitely.
And that what happened, man. Sometimes success come when you ain't ready for it. But what we see now, the man that I'm seeing now, and the man that I've been in contact now, I see you back. You're humble and you're back on the rise up again.
A lot of growth and development took place in my life, to where a maturation happened. So I shedded old skin and I developed a new armor. You know what I'm saying? That make me see things better. A spirituality. I serve Yahuwah.
I was just finna ask you. See, you jumping ahead. You got to let me, cause I'm looking at the tattoos, right? And I'm seeing Yahweh in there.
That's right.
And you know, me being a Muslim, you know what I mean. I understand once a man become, you know, that's where the arrogance sheds off, and then you comes into a humble space, and then you able to come into your greatness.
Right. So that's what happened right there. You know, in hindsight, I guess if I would have developed that type of back then, you know what it was, man? I growed up around a lot of stuff, man. You know, I had my sister there, man. You know, when back in the day, she was with Hollywood. I'm hanging out with them, doing all that type of stuff, man. And then out of nowhere, cause Tricky would be rapping in the studio with us on 81st Street and 22nd at Player Production. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what that is. So, with that being said, Lost Tribe and all them with Slip and Slide, you know, they grabbed, Trina did a song and then nigga, boom, 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 boom. She did that. I guess by so much going on and we feeling like, man, we run this shit, I guess when you have a sense of feeling like, I'm gonna get this
Right,
shit,
right.
you tend to overlook a lot of shit and manage and stuff that you need to be doing.
Right.
Because I don't think the rap game was as clear to us back then as it is now. You know,
The power of hip hop.
The power of Miami hip hop. Because
Okay.
Miami ain't America, number one. That we ain't America.
Hey,
Let's get that
man.
understood.
Hey.
So with that being said, I had, traveling the country and you spending everybody like, hey, you that, why you not that there? Hey, that right there, if you don't stay focused, you will have a sense of feeling like entitlement, like, okay, yeah, boom, I'm gonna do this, man, fuck it, blah, 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 keep going on, instead of, goddamn it, doing what you gotta fucking do. And every day, focus, set your goals and plans and grind. I tell all young artists, shout out to all the young artists out there, man, the baby Polo Dynasty and all that, man. Y'all know who y'all is. I tell all them the same thing, you gotta focus on your craft and do that. Back then, I guess Miami hip hop was so set apart from the rest of the nation that I don't think that we got a chance to really see the money in hip hop, because it started happening when Trick and Trina got together. That's when Miami hip hop took off. Facts. Because so when that happened, well, shit, nigga, man, we finna do it, blah, 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 blah. But in that, I think, man, the party and the fast money and everything that came with it, it kind of cloud your perception of what you got going on, and not saying it threw me off my pivot. I was still there, but it just, I guess that I ain't keep my eyes on what I needed to be kept on. I was more focused in the hood, in the streets, and not really respecting the craft that the Most High gave me. And that's how a lot of shit I just pushed. Toro used to be on my ass about a lot of shit too, man. Praise y'all about Toro.
Yeah, for sure. Rest in peace, Toro. So let me ask you, since we understand, and I'm glad that you shared that with the young artists coming up, because that's very important. I want y'all to emphasize what he's saying. Like, a lot of people get caught up in the success of the now.
That's right.
And not really see
Foresight.
that they got to continue to put that work at the end. Because a lot of people come in hungry and get to a certain place and they feel it's success and their hunger die. I understand clearly what you're saying. I want them, the listeners and the up-and-coming artists, because I got a lot of up-and-coming artists that don't have the experience.
Well,
that don't have the experience that you have, because you just named some, like, the people, you may not be listening to yourself, but you name some heavy Juvenile, Trina, Trick. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, Benzino. Like Missy Elliott, I'm just saying. So you done had an inside experience, and I just hope that this interview and the lessons that you dropped don't go over a lot of these young people's head. Right. Let me get up to date with you, right?
Yeah.
Cause we know that was you then,
yes, sir.
And you taking ownership of that.
Yes, sir.
What the experience now that we seeing the Monzsta, the revamped version of 2025, we seeing you on Love and Hip Hop, we seeing what that experience is like.
Love and Hip Hop, just start with that. It was me and my sisters, our family, we lost our brother, Gunki, back in 2012, I believe, so that hit us as a major thing, so fast forward about 5 years, right, 2018, Love and Hip Hop started filming down here. So one of the producers was saying, look, let me go, why don't you call your brother? You got a brother, right? Boom, yeah, call him. She's like, yeah, I've been telling you about him. Called me. I got on there, did an episode with talking about my brother.
Right.
This was in 2018. So the funny thing is, right, with that, I didn't know that they wanted me to be a reoccurring character or whatever, somebody on the show.
Right.
Keep coming on. At the time, I'm like, I pulled up, let me do that. Blah, blah, blah. I ain't know the very next goddamn couple of days, Joy called me, right? And she like, hey, Snoop, where you at? Trick text me, Trina text me, they got a seat here, say Snoop waiting on you to come. I said, well, ain't nobody tell me that. Oh, they want you to keep coming on it. I had missed that. I was doing something else. I had done cleared it. I guess it was a miscommunication. Following year though, 19, I hit them, they hit me back, I hit them up. Shout out to the whole Love and Hip Hop staff, man. I love them. Professional.
Opportunities.
They look out for us, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, man, listen, we want you on there, your whole vibe, your culture, your calmness, the way you mediate or keep things at a certain level. Like, we need that twist, you know. We don't need all that messy stuff all the time. We need somebody to come and try to make sense of some things. At the time, you know, the Pomeranian was around, so I had to clean up a lot of little things with that, you know, the Pomeranian.
Right.
Clean up a lot of little things, what was going on, and that kind of growed, because I was thinking, okay, look, did it 20, and it kept going on, and to this day.
Can I tell you something personally, right?
Yes, sir. Talk to me. Tell me everything.
I'm gonna tell you something personally. I've been advocating for so many of Miami, you know, talented people such as yourself and other talented people in Miami to take that step into the camera. Take that step into them roles, because I have, you know, been in Atlanta for the last 3 years, and I'm seeing when the music is not like we gotta get up. Miami is so hood. And you so hood, and so many of y'all so hood, but I'm glad that you broke that hoodness and we got on the camera, and now you're experiencing that part of the game, because the great Tupac, the great Ice Cube, even T.I., all these guys understand that acting, even Will Smith. Let's go all the way back to Will Smith, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Like, guys gotta understand that the camera is your friend.
Yeah.
You control what you gonna put out there
that's your medium to the world.
Yeah, I mean, because it's always the music. You may put out a hot track today, and they have a, we tracks may take us 2, 3, or 4 months.
So
hold on, hear me out now, because I want them, because I need you to help me.
Yes, sir.
Get more of our homies, talented homies, that's been that's talented, putting out this type of music for so long, like you, to understand, man, you could give the camera Miami without giving it you see how you separate? You got on there and cleared up some shit. Now we see a real Miami representative on Love and Hip Hop.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? To continue to add to the cast. You feel what I'm saying?
That's right.
So that's all I wanted to drop out there, man. I'm glad you broke that ice for a lot more real ones to start stepping on that platform, man.
Yeah, that's
you know what I
right.
mean? Because we seen what it did for Carly B.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Carly B was on there. She was trying to, you seen her, she running. The reason I know so good, Love and Hip Hop big in the joint.
Yeah.
I was on Love and Hip Hop Miami because I just was trying to see the city.
Right.
Where they at now?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where they at now? So being that, I know, you know what I'm saying? And then I seen the climb of Carly B, you know what I'm saying, on there, and now she's a mega superstar.
Mega superstar.
You understand what I'm saying? So point made. Stop being scared of this camera, man. We gotta start getting into
work
skits.
That camera, yeah.
We see what it's doing for Country Wayne. We see what it's doing for dude. Go ahead.
Let me say this: that camera ain't made for everybody. Cause let me just give you we're talking about you. What you did is remarkable. The hardest part, you came out of the prison with a focused mentality. I did my homework on you, boy.
Yeah. Most people don't, though. Most people don't.
Listen, we from the city. We from we same people. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, how you did your thing is impressive. To come out here and to be the whatever you did to take it to the step where you the top #1 ready, most watched podcast, not only in Miami, but across hip-hop platforms in America.
Right.
It's impressive. And what make it more impressive is your attention to detail.
Right.
Because you like a male Oprah Winfrey. You come everything leveled out. You make your guests feel comfortable. You do your thing. That's a level of professionalism.
Facts.
So everybody can't be on camera because
you can't,
that's what messed us up. Listen, if we had social media back then, you know what we would have did with social media? But what you doing now is capitalizing.
Right.
Because you know everybody can't be on doing this podcast thing.
Right.
The reason you blossom so much because you a set apart person. You come attention to detail and you keep it organic. It ain't nothing fake and phony. So I applaud you for that.
Man,
I appreciate you. Just being on, inviting all these artists on the show. like I'm speaking on behalf of everybody, you know, I love it.
But
Like,
you know, and all praise is due to the Most High,
Yes, sir.
man. You know what I
Praise
mean?
due
You
to the
know,
Most High,
but you know
yes,
what I'm saying? I accept that honor, you know what I mean, humbly, right? But most of the guys, and I've been hearing that, like most of the guys that I bring on don't want to do the camera.
right, yeah.
Half of the guys that come on my podcast, man,
Yeah.
like they be like, they hear the G call, they see the vision, and they know it, and I'm telling them like, bro, we ain't on that, we ain't gonna be on that messy shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
All
right.
that corner, we gonna represent
Yeah,
Miami.
professional.
We gonna represent Miami
professional,
like it
man.
supposed to be represented.
Damn
That's
real.
why they gravitating. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And see, and then also, we not just gonna be celebrity based. I'm highlighting the kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I want to get the
community.
student athletes in
That's
here.
right.
I want
That's
to
what
get the
matter.
South man in here. I want to get all of
listen,
Miami in here. You feel what I'm saying?
Let me chime in on that. I'm glad you said that because me, Freezy, and all that Flow Ride and everybody, we was way back then. I got a son, you know, I might not look like it, but my son 21, 22. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to them boys, man.
Shout out to
Freezy them
Big
too,
Zion.
man.
Shout out to my son that went to Harvard. You know what I'm saying? Rah, he in Germany right now. Shout out to Zion, had a scholarship at FAU, quarterbacking. He just graduated the Army. And my daughter Trinity, she in Brooklyn right now, doing writing for films and books. But that's my first three. But with that being said, yeah, about when it comes to children and the community, you know, after I had children, I really got more involved in the community and doing that. So I enrolled my jit to Scott Lake Park. That's when, you know, I know Freeze and E-Class, all them way back in the day, but they was out there before they thing started. So everybody had their children out there doing things, giving back to the community, and it feel good to be able to do stuff that, you know, you involved in the community, uplift young man, tell them what's the real and what it ain't. You know, I done mentored a lot of jits, man.
But you know what? I gotta make sure you make them understand that when Trick said he loved the kids,
Yeah.
he was speaking for all the Miami niggas.
That's right. That's
all
right.
the Florida
Yeah.
niggas.
Straight up.
Like we don't play about our jit or our baby mamas.
The real.
Like a nigga literally for real. Like a nigga baby mama know she got that call.
Yeah.
She could call. We ain't been fucking with her for years.
Yeah.
About them kids.
That's right.
But real Florida boys,
Yeah.
real Miami boys,
gonna
we coming out about them
we gonna
kids.
stand
So
in the
that's our DNA.
We gonna stand.
That's
in the
our
paint.
DNA.
That's our
But
DNA.
what else our DNA? You got them Dolphins on there right now. So you know we football.
Hey, listen.
That's what they do. What they do podcast.
Yeah.
Man, we everything Miami, man.
Everything.
We football, hands.
Listen,
You know what I'm saying? All that.
However you want.
However you want it.
But one thing we ain't finna do is beef on the internet.
Beef on the internet. We
Miami
ain't
niggas
doing
don't
that.
do that, homie.
We ain't doing that.
We don't go back and forth with that
Yeah,
internet
man.
bullshit.
You know why?
The little Twitter thumb, the little big ass thumb, cocky thumb niggas got.
Another
We ain't on that shit. We the niggas in the
another
real
thing that I don't
world,
want to
dawg.
see the rap culture in Miami get caught up in, right? I don't mind the ciphers. I don't mind the ciphers, right? But one thing that Miami rappers, we know we gotta keep ourselves set aside for. We ain't with all that beef and rapping, man. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we
like,
take that
cause you know when it come to beef,
Yeah.
we slide.
Right.
So slide can eat, and that's the type of shit that we ain't trying to go to with
you
that.
see what you just said?
Yeah.
So Miami culture had to kind of get used to the hip hop culture.
Right.
Because we ain't America. And the rest of America got this hip hop culture.
Right.
And everything go. But one thing about the crib, because it was hard for us to accept, and it still is, but we starting to get there because let me tell you something. In Miami, you got so much talent here, but you only got a handful of artists that made it. Rick Ross showed us how the blueprint on how you niggas, how we supposed to do this shit. And he went and did that. You know what I'm saying? He did that and gave niggas that blueprint. He the one of the biggest in America. Then you got Pitbull, who hit the Latin market. Flow Rider did what he did and locked down all that dance club, hardcore vibe. You got Trina, that controlled the rap game for over 20-something years. Like, no female artist done that. You know what I'm saying, longevity-wise. And who else we got out there?
We got a list.
Hold on. I'm talking about that.
Out of Miami.
My point I want to make.
JT Money.
Before JT ain't get, I'm talking about with these people.
You mean getting where they at, right?
Right, so.
But hold up. You named them, they got where they at, right? They where they at, but you know what I would love to see? 50 years of hip-hop. Miami stage.
And that's what it be beautiful
on Rolling
right now.
Loud,
Because,
Miami
listen.
stage, where we bring out not just the legends, because you know what, I don't know what I think. What I see though, even though you named all the greats, there's utmost respect for them, right? Utmost respect for them. They did that, and they doing that. But Miami artists, we gotta know how to embrace the new wave coming in now. You understand what I'm saying?
Well,
we gotta know how to. We gotta know how. They just did it in Atlanta.
Let me start here.
Go ahead.
But they did it in Atlanta. But this is where I want to make a point at. That's what got Miami rap game constipated right now.
Facts.
Because a lot of artists that should have been there ain't been there. It happened in Atlanta. You got artists in Detroit that's got more shit than what we got going on. How the fuck you got Miami, dog? One of the capitals of the whole everybody come to, and you only got a certain group of artists that made it big. Now they the top of their game, them same artists I mentioned. Why the fuck you don't got a bunch of other artists like that? You know why? Because like I said before, when I said previously, us trying to grasp the hip hop culture in Miami, it was kind of, you know how we are like this, nah, but we ain't clapping our hand for nothing. That shit fucked us up, dog.
Okay, yeah.
And then all that little shit and what this nigga doing, and man, this nigga ain't finna be harder than me, steady supporting nigga. And everybody go to each other's studios and do records. We ain't do that. So my proposal to all the artists in Miami, and I'm gonna put this on your thing because I got witnesses so nobody can't steal it, nigga. So we gonna have to pay us thing. All the artists in Miami need to do a song like the Self-Destructive song back in the day. Self-Destructive. Or remember the other was 2 songs they had back then, East and West. So if because the reason I'm saying this, we gotta, America, I travel a lot. America wanna see what we got. All they think about is, we love our signature music, that juke vibe. But we got a lot of stuff going. Don't try to keep us in one corner.
Fact.
And that's what happened in hip hop. And they give Miami that name. They've been doing that with bass music back then. Rick Ross broke that. But then they still trying to come back with this certain type of sound supposed to come from Miami. No, you got Denzel Curry that did it in a whole nother way. He was on MTV doing things when niggas ain't even know they out here trying stuff because he went another route. It's that type of talent down here. We got all kind of talent. We cover the board when it comes to hip hop. One thing we lacking is togetherness and unity. Miami united. If we could get a song and everybody, you pick your verse, how you want your track, everybody do a song, hard song. I'm talking about from the biggest boss to Ross.
I love this.
To the newest niggas coming out, or whoever, everybody get one of these niggas on one fucking song.
Let me show you why that's needed. No. I totally agree
and
with
that'll introduce help Miami.
Let me say
gotta bridge that gap.
Let me say this. I totally agree with you.
Yeah, they not gonna respect Miami hip hop till they know who the pioneers is.
But let me tell you why I agree with you.
Yes, sir.
It ain't about just putting emphasis on the rapper. You said a song you headed for self-destruction.
Right.
I come from that era where we had a consciousness in rap. I don't mind the drill music if that ain't the whole record.
Right.
Because drill is part of life, part of the hood. Yeah. I don't mind the art music if it's just one record. Tupac had that in there, you know what I'm saying? But he had Dear Mama, and he had, Brenda having a baby. So I want a collectiveness of consciousness because the kids are watching.
We need that.
So hold on. So if we gonna do a Miami, y'all heard it from one of the legends, I co-sign it, what they do, podcast co-signing. If we gonna do an album like that, we need it. You know why? Because we just seen, shout out to Woodard, I think it said his name was Woodard down there in Florida City. Young brother's 13 shots. 13 shots on New Year's Day, bringing in 2025. If we gonna be a factor, fuck the money. I'm talking about what the impact, because the kids are watching what the artists are doing, right? So if we gonna get a conscious record like that, I support it. If we gonna make sure King Carter name is brought up,
King Carter,
you know what I'm saying? Shout out to King Carter,
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Lost Souls and all of those.
And all the young
babies that's been dying along the way. You know what I'm saying? So I want that project. And I want what they do to be part of that project. Because we're a non-profit and that's what we're about.
Yeah.
When it's all said and done. Everything that I'm doing, everything I came home from prison to do, because I was active in the streets. I was a part. You say you did your homework? I was a part of some of the senseless,
Very
stupid
true.
stuff going on
Very
out here.
true, yeah.
And now I want to connect with artists like you. You know what I'm saying? People that got influence, so we could turn this thing around and make Miami not only be what we always been, a source city that brought game to the rest of the world.
World-class city.
But we bringing them, we really show them our rappers are united.
Yeah.
We are stronger,
So
and now we for the kids.
What we gonna name the song since this the...
Man, that's on y'all. That's on y'all. That's on y'all. The OG. You already thought of the process.
So
you know
I thought
enough.
of the process. So I think that a lot of artists, man, you know, start with the top of the food chain, all that. We need to get together and do something. Why not for the crib? Because what this gonna do? The niggas in New York, LA.
I know what the name of it should be.
What's that?
We love the kids.
Okay.
Name nigga love.
I know
Trick been saying it for a long time. He just spoke for all us back then. We love the kids. Miami, real Miami niggas love the kids.
Yeah, the gutter kids, the good kids, bad kids, all that.
All of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because if we ain't doing it for them, we being a discredit to who we is as men.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Monzsta, I'm gonna tell you something, man.
Yeah.
Just sitting down with you, man, and just being able to interact and just being able to bring that out. You know what I'm saying? This ain't scripted. You know what I'm saying? It's just generally speaking from man to man, you being on your spiritual growth. Yeah. You were vulnerable on the platform, man. You shared a lot, bro.
Yes, sir.
We need a part 2 to this.
Well, we got to, because we ain't talk about love and hip-hop yet.
We got a part 2, but at the end of the day, if you want to speak a little more on love and hip-hop, we could ask you the question of the hour. The question of the hour, right?
Yes, sir.
What you got going on for 2025? We want you to lace us what they can expect going forward.
2025 is what 2024 wasn't. So basically, hey, I don't celebrate New Year's. I'm gonna just keep it 100. I don't do holidays, Christmas, none of that. I don't do none of that. But my New Year's in April. I do my thing in April, the Pesach. I'm Hebrew, so. Facts. But with that being said, I know that we in Babylonian time. They done switched the clock. But I'm happy Trump got in office, by the way. Let me put that out there. So
the money coming.
Because he finna, the money coming. And the time changing. We got King Cyrus out the Bible in Isaiah. So I'm 2025, man, I'm basically, man, it's like, it's a life and death year. Because I'm killing off everything that was negative to me, dog. Everything that you feel that was you keep putting up with that bullshit, it ain't good. That ain't happening no more. Fact. I don't give a fuck who it is. Fact. And then you got the life part of it. So the death part is killing off that ain't good for you. The life part is the rebirth of knowing the people that's around you, looking around and seeing who for you and who you for. It ain't always who you being with sometimes, because like time, when time happens, time is a construct. It can heal you or kill you or change you or make you for the worse. And a lot of these people, it don't make them for the worse. They change them and they push off. And you be like, you the same guy from back in the day. You start looking around and being like, you more in kin to other people that's around you. That's what growth and development do. So that being said,
real GD shit. It's a real GD shit.
It's a real awakening that's taking place with all of us. Well, our righteous niggas. Like you said, the family guys. Everybody don't take care of their children, but we them one. We ain't gonna care about them. But the ones that is doing that, you know, I feel like we in a place, I'm gonna speak for a lot of us, that it's time just to move on, be serious, you know, take your route. The route where a nigga focus, you know, sit in one place, can't do nothing, and come into the free world rolling. That's the mentality all us gotta have. You don't gotta wait till you go in there to do it. Do it now.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm on. You know, I want to get shout out to Waco's Food Truck 69 and 15th Avenue. That's
big
our
man,
family.
Big man.
Big A Herb. That's
Herb. You already know what it is.
Herb.
Scott Project.
Dog Pound. Herb. Big Bell.
Dog Pound.
That's my uncle. Dog Pound. Home Team. Killer 2. Polo. You know how it go. That's Scott Project. It's in our blood. But you know,
Nigga Field ain't part of Scott Project.
Nigga Field.
Nigga Field ain't part of Project.
I'm saying.
You left out the Canyons.
I said the Canes.
Oh, you said the Canes?
Yeah.
Oh, shout out to the Canes, man. Shout out to the Canes. All right. Shout out to the Canes. But arguably, we say they always try to include Lincoln Field in there a little bit. That's a little bit.
Hey, listen, the Field, Brown Sub, we all deuce.
Okay,
So
all
it
dudes do.
It
All dudes do.
It all roll together. Then
For
you got
sure.
up the street Robin Hood and all that. They keep on open locker.
And we gotta run this back.
So
man.
we got that's our pipeline. That's our vein.
Right.
So you had the real ones. Everybody stick together now. You know it be like that. You know, I'm talking
Especially
about
home team.
projects, all
Especially
that.
home team, man.
Man, everything. Home team. Shout out to New Curtin there. All them doing their thing back in the day. You know, rest in peace to Fat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But listen, man.
Bull, shout out to Bull, man.
Lil Bull, baby.
Yeah, Bull and Byron. Yeah, shout out, rest in peace to Bull, man.
Shout out, rest in peace to Lil Bull, man. That's my partner, man.
A righteous nigga. Yeah. So with that being said, so I'm pushing the T-shirt line, which I've been had, but I was kind of like keeping it to the background, you know.
We gonna get that back. We gonna keep highlighting that,
so
man.
So we got that HD3 apparel coming because it's like no other. You know, we innovators, we creators, we influencers.
Get that.
You know, what we finna come out with, I'm gonna push that. I wanna push that. I actually wanna put that to the show because the show people been putting on my coat to do this. Why you don't put the rap game? Why you don't go and do this here? And then it's like the devil is a liar because every time something come, I'm ready to do something happen. So the following year, previous year, you know, I got robbed, dog, by my landlord, paying him a whole year of money, which kind of set me back in so many ways. And when I was supposed to do a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? Like the devil allow, when you supposed to get there, they know how to do it, but the Father allow it. But see where you gonna be at, test your metal, made me stronger. So I went through so much with my family and all that, and had to deal with that and had to go to court. So this girl right here, y'all go get this book, by the way.
You gonna plug Trina in, man. Diamond Princess.
This book right here, I mean, this young lady right here, that's my big sister. She stepped to the plate because I wasn't out here panhandling and soliciting. I needed to bounce back. You know, I got the whole fam. I do what I do. I'm good for face clean.
Face card good.
Hey, listen, she came and she blessed me.
That's what family poses do, man.
And got back right. So with that being said, I'm gonna take that and move closer to a lot of things I wanted to do. Shout out to Scream out there with the turkey legs out there, winning in one. I'm talking about the greatest turkey wing. Shout out to Scream over there on 1759, right? So with that being said, y'all, I got a lot of ideas for restaurants and cooking. I ain't gonna give too much out.
We gonna spin the block on this one, man.
We got some
gonna split. Listen, we gonna spin the blocks
saying?
on this one, man, because I told my team, right, being that I know we from the same hood and everything, you know, basically out the city. I knew I didn't even really need to do no script on you or do no real homework on me. I knew this thing was gonna come out like you said. But what I hope be achieved from this interview is a consciousness and awakening, man, what you were saying, that for as Miami coming together as a unity, man.
It need to be, because Polo Dynasty is a biopic. We could have a movie, because it's so many talented artists, and if you know us, you know what I'm talking about. It was a lot of talent. You had a lot of egos and clashing and entitled shit. And that shit right there, you know, we with Zoe Brown and Trader Hardaway and G Shorties and I go on and on by the whole groups back then. It was so much talent down here. We all felt entitled, right? I'm sure a lot of everybody would agree with what I'm saying. So yeah, it took a lot of humility and to be have a lot of thankfulness to become who I'm at today and to see where I came from, you know, because during that time we lost a lot of homeboys to the earth, and a lot of them got put in them doors, you know what I'm saying?
We already know what it is.
So a lot we had to deal with, and it brought me here to this day. And speaking to people that's gone, you know, what really got me, like really sparred me too, is in a weird way, right? Piccolo, Vito No Shake. So he used to, he got a studio. Yeah, everybody know where that studio at. Shout out to YD and Buckwheat, by the way. So,
I'm getting them boys there too, man. Shout out to YD and Buckwheat, man. I gotta have y'all on the show.
For life to the afterlife, they know what's up. Family, bloodline. So Vito used to be like, hey, look, Monzsta, why you ain't here in our studio? Because I be working on the dock sometimes. So I'm moving around in and out of time. Man, I'm making excuses why I'm not going to Ivar. You know I'm gonna have to drop something to you. Drop something to me? What you talking about? Nigga, this studio yours. Kept saying it. I'll be going through, sliding through, dropping little jewels and jam here and there, but just not even pushing it, right? Kept doing it until, man, I got a call, dog. All of us got that call. We in Albertine Hospital because, something happened to the guard. He got an aneurysm or something in his head or something, or whatever, a health problem that really woke all us up, and especially me. So
Definitely got to do it for that boy, man.
I took it hard because he was one of them last people always that used to stay in my ear and be like, and yo, this what you got to do. This who you is. This what you won't see yourself as. This what he used to tell me. You know, so that time when he passed away, it hit me so hard, dog. You know, I had made this song and wrote, I came back to the crib and I had this track, and this track I ain't never cared about it. But the first track I put on, but the track I never cared about after he passed away. And all I heard was Vito in there. It was weird. I'm talking about, my pen just hit the paper and it was moving by itself. The Ruach HaKodesh, the spirit was just moving. My pen crossed the paper and everything, and it was like, dang, that's crazy, because I felt the spirit heavy, like. I
really want to hold that one right there, because I want you to come back and I want you to share that track with us.
Bring that track,
because this your platform, bro.
Yeah,
same way they told you, same way Buckwheat them told you, that was your studio. This is your platform, bro.
Right here.
You welcome all the time, man.
Praise to God, you know what I'm saying? When I come back to this platform right here, I'm going to show y'all how lyrics matter. Down here, charisma, who you is, because we don't play that. You know, shout out to City Streets with God and all them, all the Polo Dynasty, Piccolo, Deathlock, Buster Free, all Iceberg. And
don't forget that boy BBE, man, and that boy Mike Smith.
Oh,
shout out that boy Major
I love
Nine.
Mike Smith. Mike Smith's different.
All them boys, man. But listen, we gonna have to run this back, man. We gonna have to wrap this one up tonight. I brought y'all a legend right here. We broke a license, a seal on a lot of different things tonight, man. Monumental. I know y'all gonna go crazy in the comments. We gonna have him back on, man, for a part 2 of this here, man.
I look forward to doing that, man.
This your boy OG Jigga Belly, man.
The house, man. Hey, listen, greatest in the world, make you feel comfortable, dog. Boy, I love that. You know what I'm saying? Trail 5, man. Ain't nothing but up with brother, man.
All day.
Yes,
y'all
sir.
tap in, man.
Y'all, every time.